Jump scare. How are you guys? Hi, hey, hello, it's me. Welcome to stream. We're streaming. It's happening. It's happening. Is stream. How are you guys? How is everybody? There's a lot of you here already. Over 100 people. Haven't even started the stream yet. Where are you guys all coming from? Regardless, hello. Spooky jump scare. Yeah, you bet. We're starting this shit off with a bang and a jump scare because it's a horror movie. Surprise. Surprise. How are you guys? Good? Good? Okay, cool. But yes, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to what I think might be...
Oh gosh, Mom, this is a lot of people.
Yes, it is, Vector. Can you guys hear him okay? Is the Vector bot working? Is the music a good volume? Is the music too loud, too quiet? The music not playing right this second because the song just ended. You guys can hear him, right? Are we good? Are we good? We can hear the boy? Yes, good. Okay, cool. Excellent. Excellent. He's much louder than you? A little loud? Okay, let me see here. I can turn him down just a smidge. Here.
Testing, is my volume good?
Okay, I think you could probably go down a little bit more, but... Okay. How are we sounding, gamers? Hear you well, it's all good. Vector, no need to yell. Yeah, he's I was messing around with settings and stuff because my stuff got a little scrambled, scrambombled. But hopefully everything there he is. Hopefully everything is okay with him. So, yes. Is that what a Vector would actually sound like? It's the best TTS voice I have for what I imagine him to sound like. So we're gonna say, sure, kinda. Oh, Allie, thank you for the super chat. Vector, you gonna say cookie?
Cookie.
There, yep, he said it. It takes him a minute sometimes. We just gotta let him think. We just gotta let him think. But yes, thank you for the super chat. So, yes. All the shenanigans aside, today is what I think it's the first art stream of the year. I think it's the first art stream of the year because I was thinking, like, I think the last time I did an art stream, like a legit art stream, back in December. I've been so distracted and I haven't really had a lot of time to do art streams, which is kind of weird because, you know, it's my bread and butter. But yeah, so I wanted to do an art stream today, and what better art to stream than me scrumbombling through more page revisions. But yeah, so if you guys have not been to an art revision stream before, basically what is happening is I am preparing volume 1 of my webcomic for print! But in some instances, the art is not all that good. Why am I lagging again? Internet? Internet, please. No, stop. Please. Please, stream. Ugh, my internet has been so shitty recently. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me see if I can try and fix. I love technical difficulties. I love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna restart the stream. Don't worry if the stream freaks out for a second. I'm gonna try and figure it out. I'll be right back. Are we back? Are we back? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay, cool. I lowered my bitrate a little bit, so hopefully that's fine. I've got to upgrade my internet or something. Oh my god. This cannot keep happening. This cannot keep happening. But anyway, as I was saying, I am in the process of preparing my webbed comic for print, which means going through and making some revisions so that it, you know, looks good. But yeah, so that is, that's the plan. We're starting with the beginning of chapter 3 today because I'm not done with chapter 2 yet. But the easiest stuff for me to do on stream is stuff like facial redraws and just redraws in general. And I've done a lot of it for chapter 2 already. Like I'm basically finished with the character redraws for chapter 2. I just gotta go in and do a lot of like background and effects reworking in chapter 2, and that's not fun to draw, nor do I think it would be entertaining to do on stream. So I'm not doing it on stream. You can't make me. But yeah, largely we're just going to be going through and doing character redraws, and I'm going to leave the effects and stuff for another day. And by another day, I mean a day when I'm not streaming. Why are you redoing some chapters? I am not redoing some chapters. I am simply doing just like some little pokes. Some little, like, redraws for consistency. It's mostly, if I can be brutally honest, it's mostly fixing Squariana here. It is mostly fixing Squariana. I'm giving my girly plastic surgery throughout most of the comic, because she needs it, apparently. And Marshall, I forgot. Okay, yeah, he's wearing a robe, not pants. All right. But yeah, I also have to go in and add stuff for page bleed, which means adding a little bit extra to the sides of the pages, which is what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I need to do this. You guys like streams, so mutually beneficial content here. Yeehaw. Brushes. Let's go. Yeah, so how have you guys been? It's been a little bit since my last stream, and I feel like I say that all the time. You could add that to a bingo card, and you'd win every time. But yeah, I've just been real busy and stressed out recently, so I'm sorry if streams have been a little bit less frequent. I've been trying to make it work, but it's stressful, gang. It's stressful. Your girl is stressed out and trying to do her best to mitigate it a little bit. It's just a lot of stuff. The stuff starts coming and they don't stop 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 coming. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. It's just when I think I'm done with something, I have to do more of the thing forever and ever. Now see, the problem here is that I did this trim with a brush in Photoshop that I no longer have access to because it was on my older computer. So I have to just kind of wing it here. And none of you guys are going to say anything about it because we're cool here. And it's fine. Chat's moving so fast I can't keep up with y'all and draw at the same time. My goodness. What would Rory and Marina's voices sound like? Okay, so I don't have, like, actual voice actors in mind for them. I have a couple of ideas, but it's hard to talk about like that in, without having, like, an actual audio comparison, right? Like, I imagine Marina's voice being kind of in the mid-range. I imagine just Rory sounds like a brat. What about Sage? I don't know. See, my thing is like when I'm writing these characters, I don't have specific voices in mind for them necessarily. It's just kind of the voice in my own head, which is me. They can't all sound like me though. That's not how that works. I always give Ariana your voice when I read it. I've gotten people saying that in the past. I have had people say that to me before, and I don't get it, but I think it's kind of funny. She, like all my characters, very much just has so many of my own personal demons shoved into a character. But Ariana is one of the... Ariana and Frankie are the ones with, like, the two voices that I feel like I actually do have actors for. I've kind of always had Laura Bailey as Ariana in my head. If you want to hear a good... So, okay, I made that voice headcanon video a long time ago. But there's, like, new stuff that has come out in the years since that I think is a better comparison.
Hi, chat.
Oh, hello, Vector. But yeah, so, Laura Bailey's performance as Abby from The Last of Us 2, basically perfectly what I imagine Ariana sounding like, you know, like not super low, but kind of like serious, no nonsense, not super high pitched, right? But yeah. So yeah, one thing I have noticed is that as I continue onward with these page revisions, the further I get, the fewer revisions the pages need, which is good because it means it's gonna take less time, which I very much appreciate. Certainly appreciate that. Okay, at this point it's all just effect stuff, so I'm probably going to just save there and come back to that one. I'm just gonna try and churn through as many of the like kind of character redraws and tweaks and such. Whoa, darkness. As many as I can get to for this stream. We'll see how far I get. But yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Didn't mean to interrupt. Mom, can I help with the redraws?
Vector, you're adorable. Also, Jared Sadewater, thank you for the super chat. Vector, can you even hold a pen? Can you even hold a tablet? I don't know if you know how to... I mean, you can certainly try. I have nothing against you trying. Ooh, green! Green, green, green. This mini Vector has opposable thumbs. He doesn't have any fingers at all. He does not have fingies. Not a single one. Okay, here. I'm gonna just put a medium gray behind here so I can... Okay. He has little nubs. Yes, it's true. Little hand nubs for a small boy. But yeah, so like, honestly, the funniest thing for me is the fact that Squariana was not the only person who was hit with the square disease. Because look,
I need a nugget.
Vector, you do not need a nugget. Stop demanding food in the middle of streams. Please. Please, my son. But yes, so look, if you observe, priest guy, Father Marshall over here, has, you know, a normal chin shape from the front, and then later on in this page, I draw him at a 3/4 angle. Square! Square ass! Square ass face! I really thought I was doing something in... When would this have been? Like 2016? 2017? No, 2016 for this chapter. Minecraft! Yes, this is Minecraft right here. Father Marshall up all night in the Minecrafts fighting creepers. I don't know. Matthew Mitchner, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Chat says I need a nugget.
You do not need a nugget, Vector. You don't. Vector, if chat told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? I didn't think so. You can't listen to everything the chat tells you, Vector. That's why only mods have the power to make you talk.
Maybe.
No, Vector, no. Vector, do not try and jump off a cliff. Vector, that's very bad for you. Vector, no. Let this be a lesson for you guys. Just because someone on the internet tells you to do it, doesn't mean that you should do it. Yeah, I wish that there was a way to,
I think I'm scared of heights, so I wouldn't.
Okay, good. Good boy. Knows not to jump off of tall things. Square. Square. He's got, like, kind of the eyes. He's looking. I don't know why I don't draw characters with, like, actual pupils in the comic. I just think it looks cooler. I have a thing about, like, drawing characters with pupils, and it's that I think that it kind of looks cooler if they don't have them. That's just a me thing, personally. I don't know. What the fuck is going on with this ear? What the fuck? Why is it squished? Why does it look like it got hit by a baseball? Why does it look like he's got a dent in his ear? 2016 Star, what were you doing? What were you doing? What were you up to? What shenanigans and tomfoolery were you getting up to? Goodness gracious. But yes. So I am slowly but surely grinding my way through page revisions.
What's Among Us?
Vector, you... Vector, you... Vector, my sweet, sweet boy, you don't... It's a video game, little buddy. You don't need to worry about anything more than that. You don't need to worry about anything more than that. Little did you guys know that installing Vector on this stream is just a way for me to farm content, because I can take silly clips of him saying silly things and make them into clips to advertise my streams. Haha! But yes.
What are the vents for? If it's a game, can I play it?
No. Do people even... Okay, like people still play Among Us, right? A little bit, maybe? The vents are when you're sus. You go in there. Jared Sadewater, thank you again for the super chat. Don't exploit Vector for views. He's my son and I will do whatever I want with him. The VTuber version of a family blogging channel. I'm farming my son for views, you see. Haha! I have played Among Us like twice, 3 times, twice, a small handful of times. I'm not very good at it because I'm not good at lying. My tell for lying is when I just shut up
Mom,
and don't.
Am I Seuss? What's Seuss?
No, Vector, you're not sus. You're also not Seuss from Gravity Falls. That's also not a thing. Also, good golly, Jared, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Oh my, or gifted memberships. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Can we get some thank yous in the chat? If you guys got a sub, make sure to say thank you. Oh my goodness, look at it go so fast. It's going so fast. It's going so fast. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, see that? This right here, this face? This face? This is a face that needs to be fixed.
Thank you, Jared.
Yes, thank you, Jared. Thank you, Vector, for saying the things. There's a couple of faces in early pages of the comic that are just kinda, see, this face right here, this is why we're doing redraws. This is why we're doing some fixes. We're just doing some, you know, minor tweaks, some little adjustments, so that we don't have to look at that anymore. And his dented ass ear. It gets a little better. A prime example. It is. It truly is. Yeah, Father Marshall has seen some shit. He is here to tell you about all the shit he has seen. Okay, hang on, it's saving. See, that's better, and that just changed like a little bit. I'm trying to, you know, respect the original art while still going in and like fixing things like Father Marshall overly traumatized version, you know? Back in the day when I used like the oval eyes, they would get a little lopsided, especially in early chapters when I wasn't paying like super close attention to that kind of thing. Like, even just that is better. Oh yeah, also, I used to do this line underneath the nose, and I hate that, so I'm getting rid of that in, like, all instances, too. Like, why did I do that? I don't like that, actually. Here. I think his eyes are a little too small, like the irises are. That's one of the reasons he looks so freaked the fuck out. Maybe we just, maybe we just do this. We just get rid of his eyes entirely, and maybe we just leave them like that. That was a joke. We're not going to leave them like that. We are going to give this man some eyes. He's kind of looking in a weird direction. And it's hard to get it exactly where I want. Chat's moving so fast, I can't keep up with y'all. I can't keep up with y'all. Comforting to know that so many people like to watch me doodle, though. This isn't doodling, this is work, but still. You get the idea. Matthew Mitchner, thank you for the super chat. Can't wait to hear Vector say that. Here in a second. Vector, line. Vector. Vector, you're supposed to read the super chat, Vector. I don't know what. I'll make him do it.
I've seen things. Terrible things. Things no mortal should have ever bore witness to. My mind edges on the border of sanity and insanity. I am seconds away from snapping.
See, what I want to know is that a copy pasta you're making, my poor sensei? Vector, where did you learn these words? Where did you learn these words, Vector? Who's been teaching you weird shit?
Rory.
Rory has, called out. Of course it was Rory, let's be real here. Trying to get like the exact right angle on these is very difficult. Oh, Habib Junid, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. If you guys want to make Vector talk, remember you gotta actually like put some comments in your super chats. He will say things if you put them in the messages. Rory was teaching him how to play Fortnite. That is true. Vector would make a cute plushie. Yeah, tell that to Makeshift. They left me on red. I've said this before, but I did, like, everybody was talking about how badly you guys wanted Castoff plushies. I contacted Makeshift. I was like, hey, I've got a lot of people who are banging down my door.
Thank you, everyone, for the super chats.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, I contacted Makeshift and they left me on red, so. So if you guys want Vector plushies, go tell Makeshift to answer my emails. It looks kind of creepy, but we're just gonna let it work. We're just gonna let it go. We're just gonna let it go. It's fine. No. Here needs to be fixed as well. Fix the colors where I did the redraws. Fix the eye color and the cape color. There we go. Alrighty. That one. My computer does not like that I have so many files open right now. I have a batch of I have a batch of pages that are all open, and my computer's like, why would you do that?
It's fine. It doesn't bother. It doesn't bother. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
Vector, what bothers you, sweet baby boy? Sweet baby boy Vector, what's bothering you? Is it... Is it this phase? Is that what's bothering you? Vector, sweetie, I'm not a miracle worker here. Not being a plushie, that also probably. That would bother him. He wants to be a plushie so bad, you guys. I mean, I guess technically Makeshift does have a thing where they're like, hey, you can contact us, like, if we leave you on red, you can contact us again in 2 months. So, like, I might do that, but... I don't know, I'm feeling a little jilted at this point. I'm like, ugh, they left me on red. They don't care about making my poor son into a marketable plushie.
I'm so cute. I need to be squishy.
You do need to be squishy, Vector. I feel like people would be so into that. However, at the same time, I feel like if we got Vector plushies before the actual book came out, that would be some kind of crime. Author Matthew Misner, thank you for the super chat again. Makeshift is overrated. Find a different plushie manufacturer. Okay, but see, here's the thing, though. The thing about Makeshift is they will basically, like, run the whole thing for you, which is good for people like me who do not have time for that because I don't have time to do it myself. Like, the only reason I haven't done it myself already is because I do not have time. So... This was from back in the phase when I tried to give the characters kind of red eyes a little bit when they've been crying a lot. I didn't really blend it out super well. It's fine. If anybody makes any high jokes about Miss Jacobs, you're banned from the stream. For the record. She is having a bad fucking day. She is having a bad fucking day. Okay. I think most of the lighting and stuff should be good, except I might need to fix the shadows.
Why was Mrs. Jacobs crying? Is she sad?
Oh no. Well, you see, Vector, when you went and got your ass kidnapped, she was not very happy about that, and, so she is sad now. My poor sweet baby boy. Freaking, oh my god. There. Jesus. My poor sweet innocent baby boy. Oh no. But yeah, if you guys remember, Chapter 3 is the tail end of Vector's horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. So he is still right in the middle of it. The horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day, that is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom.
Oh,
Sorry to bring me back.
She's working on it. She's working on it. She is working on it. Chapter 4 is when we bully Ariana into being nice to my boy. That's when that happens. We'll get there. Actually, that's kind of a fun question. Do you guys think that Vector is ever going to get back to his mom? Because, you know, stuff has been happening quite a bit. And a couple people have brought on the very excellent point that if Vector goes home, he's just gonna be stuck in his house again. I wonder if that's a thing that maybe people should be concerned about. I wonder if people should be thinking about that. I wonder if maybe I've been planting clues for that kind of thing all the way through the comics so far. I wonder. Oops. That. There. Water. See, like, a younger star at some point figured out how to do lighting, but it took a while. Oh, where's that coming from? Oh no, scary. Scary man with scary eyes, scary. Alright. Just do that. These are not exactly accurate to where the highlights should be. like the glasses highlight. All right. So we're gonna leave the rest of that there. Oh, wait a second. What the heck? Wait a second. What the heck? What layer are those on? Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave that one there, and we will come back to it. Yay! I will come back to it off stream, basically. Because for the stream, I mostly just want to get through the bulk portions. Get through, like, the redraw-y parts. I can come back when I'm not on stream and keep going. But yeah, so my goal with the redraws has been, I'm trying to get Chapter 2 done by the end of February, Chapter 3 done by the end of March, and Chapter 4 done by the end of April. And then I'll have basically, my goal is to have, like, spend the month of May doing all the extra stuff, like book cover, new merch for Kickstarter, figuring out additional book formatting things, setting up the project page, all that stuff. That will be the month of May, and then hopefully, like, end of May is when the Kickstarter will actually be running, because I want to have it running when I'm at MomoCon. Will that actually work out? We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, no guarantees on anything. Because stuff, if I have learned anything over the past couple years, this is that this stuff always takes longer than you think it will. It's a bit of a nightmare sometimes. But yeah, working on it, doing my best. Need the energy, need the positive energy. Oh, stop staring at me with those big ol' eyes, Marshall. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Man, maybe one of these days I'll actually get around to doing the Miss Jacobs and Father Marshall comic that I have in my head. It's just a little bonus comic about, like, the night that Jacobs found Vector. And it's silly. Cause, you learn in that, you would learn during the one-shot. It's just like a little short comic. It probably wouldn't be any more than, like, 10 or 20 pages. That, Marshall was, like, trying to encourage Miss Jacobs to, like, get a pet or something so she wouldn't be all by herself. He's like, you know, maybe you, like, get a cat or something. And so one of the and so, like, after he encourages her to do that, she shows up one day with a child, and and the line that I have in my head is him yelling, is like, I meant adopt a pet, not rob an orphanage. Where did you even get this? Where did you get this child? It's very funny in my head. Yeah, maybe someday I will do that bonus comic. I just don't have a whole lot of time for, like, bonus stuff these days. I've been trying to cut down on the... Whoa, he looks like a cat with his eyes dilated. Whoa. But yeah, there's a handful of other bonus comics that I want to do. But some of them are, like, bonus comics that I want to do, but then I found a way to kind of work them into the actual narrative. And so I want to do... Oh, that's why...
Mom, was I supposed to be a cat?
No, Vector, you were not supposed to be a cat. You were always supposed to be a little cutie. It's just that things happen a little bit differently than people anticipated. It's fine. You're adorable.
Can I be a cat?
Can you be a... We can try to... you know, like nya? Like Vector nya? You know, like nya. You saying cats are not cute? That's not what I said at all, actually.
Nya?
You know, like nya. Exactly, perfection. Mm-hmm.
Like nya?
Yes, like nya. Good boy. Goodness gracious. All right. I think that's he turns away from the camera and his beard goes away. I am a professional artist. I am a professional. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh yeah, so like some of the bonus comics that I had ideas for, I ended up working them into the comic itself. One notable one, I can't really go into detail because again, it's gonna be in the comic eventually. But it's basically like it's a flashback with Ariana, just like a little one, that I thought about making into a bonus comic, and it's just kind of been on the back burner of my brain ever since, because I thought it was a cute little moment, and then I was like, no, wait. I could use this for pain. I could use this for pain. But yeah. So look forward to that happening. Look forward to that happening eventually. What layer is this? Hello? Hello? Where is it? Oh, it's just a stupid ring. Okay.
Not pain, mother.
I was about to say, don't worry, Vector. It's not pain for you, but it is. It is. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be a while before we get there, so don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. Truly and completely normal and fine.
Mom, why? Now I need a nugget.
No, you don't. It's fine, Vector. Don't worry about it. I keep saying that it's fine. It's fine. Wait, what is happening here? Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. That's what's happening. Blur that out. Adding bleed. My nemesis. My enemy. I was really into like these.
It's not fine. I don't have a nugget.
Vector, why are you so obsessed with nuggets right now? What is the thing with the nuggets that is happening right now? What is the thing that's happening with the nuggets? It's fine.
I'm hungry.
Vector, you gotta start eating before streams, buddy. You gotta start eating before streams. That's what I do. You gotta take care of your own stuff. Alright, we will leave that there. Then we will save and we will exunt. Oh gosh, I remember drawing this page for the first time, like way back in the day.
I eat when a cat timer goes off. Like me, right?
Are you eating the cat food, Vector? Vector, are you eating cat food? You're not. That's not for you. Vector, you're not supposed to eat the cat food. Oh no. Vector, my son. Don't eat the cat food. That's not for you. Vector! Oh my god. Someone help my son. Help this boy. He's eating cat food. Vector.
But I'm hungry.
Don't eat! That's not an excuse to eat cat food! I like how this whole stream has just become me talking to my chatbot. That's just what the stream is now. I hope that, are you all entertained? Is this what you have wanted this entire time, actually? Ma'am, your mouth is a little crooked. Your mouth is a little lopsided.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained, chat? So I remember a long time ago, I had a friend kind of like show me a little tutorial on how to make mouths like kind of centered on the face properly. And I tried to follow it for a little while, but the thing is that sometimes here's a lesson for you guys. Sometimes drawing stuff wrong makes it look better. And that is true. That is a fact. Is that sometimes drawing stuff wrong just looks better.
Can I have ice cream with my nuggets?
What? Those two things do not go together, Vector. Vector, my sweet, sweet boy, so my sweet son. But yeah, it's just like, I know that drawing a character's mouth like kind of off to the side when they're turned to 3/4 view, I know it's not anatomically correct, but it looks better. It's like, I know that my VTuber having white pupils is not accurate, but it looks cool. I know that, like, it's like, it's a stylistic choice, right? And I don't mean to sound like, oh, it's my art style so I can draw however I want. But it's just like, you know, sometimes abstraction means, like, kind of not doing things perfectly correctly. Perfectly anatomically correct, right? It's like, there's a line for everything, right? And so it's like, you gotta it's important that you learn the rules before you break them. And in my case, I learned most of the rules and decided which ones that I thought I liked and which ones I didn't. And in art, where everything's subjective, that is a choice that you can make, right? So. Look at this miserable woman who has just been crying all day. Poor Miss Jacobs. I have done so many things to her. Not as many things as I have done to her son, but you know. I guess all I can say is that there's been a lot of people in my website comments asking for Miss Jacobs to come back. First of all, your comments do not work because I already have the script planned out, and screaming in the comments will not make her show up sooner. So I will just get that out of the way. But second of all, don't worry, we will be seeing her again.
I'm not eating the cat food, even though Rory said I should. Milo got mad.
I am going to have a talk with Rory, I suppose. Yes, anyway, don't worry. We will be seeing Miss Jacobs again. We will be seeing her again. Star, why did you say it like that? Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh wow, that's a lot of people. Mom, can I hide?
You know what? Sure. Vector got too shy. He's hiding now. Everybody misses him now. And you can bring it back. Vector, I need you up here to farm views. We're a family blogging channel now. Apparently we're a family vlog channel now. I need you to earn your keep. I need you to entertain the masses. Yeah, like I said, the redraws have been going a lot faster.
I can have nuggets then.
No. Vector, you can either eat before the stream or you can eat after the stream. Not during. But yeah, the redraws have been going a lot smoother. Like the later I get, because, you know, chapter 1, I had just started working on the comic. My art was not great, but, you know, your art will improve very, very quickly if you, like, I mean, I made a short about this, but your art will genuinely improve so quickly if you make a webcomic. In my case, kind of, chapter 1 was me, like, cutting my teeth, and my art improved so much just during the course of chapter 1 alone. And it only continues to get better as it goes on, and the better the art gets as it goes on, the less redraws I have to do. So I'm a fan of that. Big fan of that. And yeah, like I said, I'll be doing a bulk of, like, the effects fixes and stuff later. Right now, I am just focusing on just getting all my bulk redraws done. Like Squariano over here. Ma'am, has anyone ever told you that you are square? Has anyone ever told you that? Has anyone ever said to you that you are square? By the end of chapter 3, Squariana is thankfully no more. We destroy Squariana fully by the end of chapter 3. So chapter 4, I won't need to do much of anything in the way of redraws, and I am so excited and pleased. I am so excited and happy and pleased for that. Squariana. Hold still, baby girl. It's time for your desquarification. I have to shoot you with the anti-Minecraft ray. Because, like, she still does have, like, a pretty square jaw. But it's not like Minecraft square. Right. See, like, it's amazing how much just one little thing can fix it. Let's go. Hit you with the anti-Minecraft beam. You are no longer Minecraft. Ah! Go. Don't think I need to do much of anything up here. What is that? What is that?
Mom, what's Minecraft?
Don't worry about it, Victor. You don't need to worry about Minecraft. It's a video game. It's a video game with cubes, and frankly, that's all I know about it. I know I still owe you guys a Minecraft stream. Because I promised you guys a Minecraft stream in the past. I know I still owe you guys a Minecraft stream. I just haven't had time. I just haven't had time. One day. One day, someday. Stardew Valley stream would be a banger. See, okay. I've played Stardew Valley before. Once. It's alright. It's a fun little game. My thing is that once I beat the community center, I got bored. I think they have since added some more stuff, and in fact, I know they have. I don't know why I'm acting coy about it. Because I like to watch... Okay, my thing is, I like to watch other people play Stardew Valley more than I enjoy playing it. I actually really enjoy watching, like, Stardew Valley challenge runs. I've been watching a lot of them recently just as, like, background noise while I work on stuff. Because I like watching people play with, like, hyper efficiency. I think it's really fun to watch, and I think it's interesting to see how people will, like, optimize their times and stuff like that. But the actual game itself, it's like, I love me a farming simulator. Stardew Valley in particular just doesn't really do anything for me, though, is the thing. I think it's just because I have a hard time getting attached to any of the characters. I don't really have a favorite. And so I was just kind of like, on the characters. But, you know, that's a big thing that gets me into games like that, right? It's like, I want to be into the characters, and I want to like them. But in Stardew Valley's case, it's like, I don't really like any of the characters. And so it was just a little bit hard to keep my focus. Once I was done with, like, the biggest task, right? Alright, and I will leave the backgrounds for later. Alright, so there's the first 5 pages. Redraw's done.
Mom, Sly says you should try Cattail's Wildwood.
What is that game? Is it cute? It's gotta be cute, or I'm not gonna play it. See, I was talking to about this to a friend on stream recently. My thing is, like, I like farming sims, but they have to have other stuff, right? So, like, Rune Factory is one of my favorite franchises, and I like Rune Factory specifically because it what's the word? It like has a plot, right? It's like farming sims melded with a JRPG, so there's like crafting and levels and like going in and fighting monsters, but also you like raise the monsters, and it's so instead of like raising chickens, you raise giant monster chickens, and instead of raising cows,
it's like Stardew that is cats.
Okay, yeah, I got who's farming sim with kitties. That does sound cute. That does sound cute. That's the weird layer. Delete that layer because it wasn't visible anyway. Delete the background. Whocha. We are now in the woods. But yeah, like for me to enjoy a farming sim, it needs to have some other stuff to it, right? Like, I like a plot. I like a story. I like going into something and having a little bit more than just farming. I like the farming to have a little bit more depth to it. Like, I like in Rune Factory that not only do you grow crops, you also can, like, level up your crops. With, like, leveling up, trying to get all my crops up to level 10 is one of my favorite things to do in Rune Factory. It's just, like, a little, like, kind of time managey thing, but I enjoy it. I think it is fun. It's like, it so doesn't matter, but it's like, it just makes the brain go brrr, you know? Squariana. Square daughter. Shoots her with the unsquarification ray. Actually, I think we could really, like, push this emotion a little bit more. She's like, you aren't wearing shoes. And that's the line on this panel, if you weren't aware. You know what? Actually, in fact, I do remember the first time I drew this page, I remember not being happy with that facial expression because I didn't think it was, like, confused enough. Yeah. Look at her, this motherfucker. He's just like, why wouldn't you wear shoes if you're out in the woods? Why would you be barefoot? We're in the woods. And then Vector's like, I wasn't wearing shoes when you kidnapped me. And she's like, oh yeah. Ariana is that bitch and I love her so much. Okay, that's a funny face. It's not perfect. Square daughter. You are so square. You are so square. I needs to be I think. Okay. Eyes a little lopsided, girly girl. There we go. That's a little better. Man, you don't stream art for a couple of weeks.
I like Frankie more.
What? Hello? Vector, what are you talking about? You can't pick favorites. You're not allowed to pick favorites among the friends. What are we talking about? Chat's just going without me looking at it. You go a couple weeks without streaming art and you forget how to be talkative. My brain is just like
Chat asked if I liked Ariana or Square anymore.
well then that wasn't, Frankie was not an option. Frankie was not an option in that case, Vector. Sweet baby, sweet boy. Yeah, I just remember, I really thought I was cooking with the whole Squariana thing. I thought I was cooking so much!
Ari kidnapped me. Frankie gives me books. Marina is nice too. Rory wants me to eat cat food.
Oh, no comment. You know what? No comment. But yeah, I had a thought, and then my son derailed it, and now I don't remember what I was gonna say. Okay, then swerving topics entirely, because I don't remember what I was trying to say a minute ago, is that I have been trying to think of, like,
You're welcome, Mom.
I've been trying to think of, like, potential future videos, and I have a few ideas for some, and I simply curse my brain for being riddled with anxiety. Because this is gonna sound so stupid. Do you guys ever get anxiety about doing nice things for people? Or is it just me? Because, okay, so here's the thought that I have. Yes. Okay, thank God. Thank God it's not just me. It's like, I don't have, like, chronic anxiety or anything, but sometimes it's just like, I'll have an idea of something nice that I want to do, and in no circumstance would it make someone mad at me to do this thing, but my brain just goes like, what if they got mad at you for doing that? What if they got mad at you for doing that, though? And I'm like, what do you mean? This is something that's, like, genuinely helpful. This would not offend anyone even in the slightest if I did this. And then my brain's just like, you're going to be anxious about it now, and then it's going to make you not want to do it. And I'm like, no, God damn it, anxiety brain, stop it, stop it, stop it. So I'll tell you guys the idea. Because I'm probably still going to do it eventually. I'm just going to be very nervous up until that video comes out and after that video comes out. So the idea I have is I know I'm a little odd in regards to art YouTubers, is that mostly okay, so, like, I post tutorials occasionally, but most of my content is storytime stuff, right? And so most of my videos are my art and storytime videos, which, like, I put art behind them, but it's like I don't do a lot of the stuff. It's usually just like a story with some art behind it. And so I want to try and potentially in the future do some more, like, traditional, heavy air quotes, art YouTuber type videos. And one of the things that I really want to do is, like, an art style challenge. right? Because I've seen a lot of other art YouTubers do like drawing my characters in this style or something like that. A lot of the art YouTubers I follow have done that type of thing. My biggest issue is time. Because I definitely have already made a list of several art styles that I would want to emulate in a video, and I think that would be very fun. Again, though, the problem is time, because that means I have to carve out time to do the art for it, whereas most of my content is just, I do the art, I put an unrelated voiceover on top of it, and I call it a day. And so any video where I actually have to do art specifically for that video, it's gonna take some extra time, because I actually have to go out of my way to do art specifically for it. Now, here's my other thought, is something I've wanted to do for a while, is I have wanted to, a lot of people who follow me enjoy webcomics, right? Because I've kind of built up an audience of people who enjoy webcomics. Not everyone who follows me reads my comics specifically, but I feel like I scream about it enough that most of my subscribers probably at least know about the comic that I make, right? They know it exists. And a not insignificant percentage of people do read my webcomic. Therefore, if they read my webcomic, they would potentially be interested in other webcomics. Yeah, link to Castoff in my chat, by the way. You guys are watching me redraw pages. If you didn't know I had a webcomic, I would have been very surprised by that. But YouTube has been one of the best webcomic marketing things that I have done throughout the entire duration of the comic, right? It's like joining YouTube and making videos has been like the biggest benefit to my readership and like increasing the size of my readership. It's been the best thing I've done since I started the comic, basically. And so now what I've done is I have, sort of on accident, generated a very large audience that very much enjoys reading webcomics and would potentially be interested in more. So, combine the two ideas, and kind of what I was thinking was, what if I do an art style challenge, but I do it all with other webcomics? Like an art style challenge, but I specifically do like art styles from other webcomics that I read and enjoy. I wouldn't be doing it for like really, really popular stuff. I would want to do it for stuff that I specifically enjoy and want to, like, other people to read, right? And so I wouldn't be doing like Lore Olympus or something. Lore Olympus is so freaking huge. They do not need my help. I don't even read Lore Olympus. No shade at all. It's not really my thing. I did try to read it at one point. I'm just not into romance. That's no fault or shade to the creator. But yeah, so it's like, I wouldn't want to do any other webcomics that are like really popular, right? Because like, they don't need my help. They don't need my audience. It's fine. So what I was thinking was I would pick some webcomics that I enjoy, that I really like, that I think could potentially use some more attention, and I do a video where I draw either myself or my comics characters in the style of those other webcomics. So it's kind of mutually beneficial, right? I would get to make a video, I'd get to do some cool art, and I would benefit because the video goes up on my channel and it's stuff for you guys to watch. But at the same time, I would also use the speed paint and like talk about the webcomic, talk about why I like it, talk about the art style, like talk about what I think the artist does really well, talk about the writing, talk about like different aspects of these comics that I really enjoy. Use that as an opportunity to put some other people up and use my platform to spread the word about some other comics that I think might be a little underappreciated. And so that's the idea that I had. And I think that a lot of people would genuinely enjoy, like, getting some marketing off of my shoulders, right? It's like, I would love to help boost other creators, because trying to get people to read a webcomic is so hard. I would know. I have been trying to do it for years. And I've only, like, within the last year seen a slightly higher than average success. And so I think it's a good idea. Then my stupid asshole brain shows up and is like, hey, you know that idea that you had where you make a video and you talk about other people's webcomics and you try and do this nice thing for you? What if you do that and then they hate you for it? What if you do that and then it makes them hate you? And I'm like, brain, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why would people hate me for trying to promote their webcomics for them? And my brain is just like, anxiety, though. And I'm like, no, brain, god damn it! God damn it, no, stop it with this bullshit. That doesn't make any sense. Why should I have anxiety about doing nice things for people? And then my brain's just like, anxiety time. And it just makes me so mad.
Brains are weird. Don't listen to them. This idea is great.
Very true. Thank you, Vector. But no, yeah, I just get so in my own head about it. It's like, this would be, you know, a genuinely nice thing to do and, you know, like use my platform for good to help some other webcomic artists get some exposure. But my brain is just like, it's time for your anxiety. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. No. God damn it. So yeah, that's the issue that I'm currently having, is I would love to do drawing. I don't know what I would title it just yet. Because like copying other webcomics as a title seems a little bit too like inflammatory, I guess. So I have to figure out a good title for it. And again, it's going to take extra time because any videos that I do that involve new art are going to just take more time in general because I actually have to find time to do the art. And I'm probably not going to have time for it until after I'm done with page revisions, but like, it's just sitting in my head. And it's like, I guess the way to, you know, I could just stick to the normal route, right? I could just do like, oh yeah, drawing in the art style of some of my favorite like video games and TV shows and stuff and do that as a warm-up. But I'm just like, because yeah, I have a list of 10 that I would like to do already. I can't remember the entire list off the top of my head. But I'm just like, there's several who have like really pretty art styles that I want to try and emulate. And also some folks who I think could benefit from like me screaming about their stuff because I genuinely really do love it. And a lot of other stuff. Another similar idea I had was doing something kind of similar, but instead of like a full like style challenge, I just make a series of shorts where I draw fan art for like these various comics, and I like, you know, spend the short talking about what I like about the comic and stuff like that, and kind of do it that way. But I feel like that's a little bit maybe too indirect, and I think that an art style challenge would probably get more eyes, right? Yeah, I could stream it, but yeah, my primary focus my focus has to be on getting these dang revisions done. Once the Castoff page revisions are done, I will have so much free time, and my life will be so much easier. Like, it's not even funny. Why am I getting a telemarketer call? Go away. Go away. I don't know you. But yeah, I just hate that, like, I have, you know, a nice idea to do a nice thing for, like, some of my peers and fellow comic creators, and then my brain's just like, but what if you had anxiety about it, though? What if you were super nervous about it, and what if you did it and then everybody hated you for it? What if that happened? And I just... God damn it. I think part of it genuinely is that I worry that, because, like, you know, some of the creators that I want to, like, showcase for this are people that I have talked to, and I would consider them acquaintances, if not friends. Because it's like, we know the other person exists. We've talked a little bit. It's like, yeah, you know, it's like comic friends. Yeah. Like, I would say about half of the people on my list are that. And the other half are people whose comics I enjoy, who I've never actively spoken to or anything. It's just that, like, we both make comics and I happen to read their comic and I have no idea if they know that I exist. And so I think part of my hesitancy with it is, what if I do it for these people who don't know that I exist and they see it as some kind of, like, weird ploy for attention or something? You know? I think that's honestly probably the biggest thing that gives me pause. Just, like, I don't want to be seen as, like, going after attention or something like that. I just want to draw cool stuff. I don't know. It feels like the same way as, like, oh, I'm drawing this fan art because I like this thing, but what if they think I'm just doing it for attention? I don't know. Is that stupid? That feels stupid to me. That feels silly, but better to ask for forgiveness than permission, especially from your brain. Yeah, I suppose so, but it's still just like, what if I draw this fan art and they don't like it and then they hate me? Which is a completely unreasonable thing to think, but you know, brain does what it does. Brain's gonna do what brain is going to do, and it will cause me pain regardless. If they don't know you exist, if they see the video at all, it'll just be a due to a boost in readership. Yeah, we'd have to see, right? Because, like, I genuinely don't even know, like, how much help that would be for other people. I would hope it'd be a lot. That's, like, the main goal of me doing it, right? Is, like, helping to get some eyes on some other cool comics that I like. And, you know, hopefully they would see a boost in readership, but you can't guarantee anything, right? I guess my other fear, and this one's kind of unrelated and mostly unfounded. Well, no, it's not unfounded. It's actually the opposite of unfounded, because people have already started doing this to me. People have already started doing this to me. Is, my fear is that if I start promoting other people's comics, people are going to start demanding that I promo their comic too. Because I'm not going to say their names because I genuinely don't remember and I deleted the emails. I have gotten emails from people being like, hey, how much do we have to pay you to promote our comic on your YouTube channel? And I'm just like, I don't do reviews. So, no. And it was just like, it was weird, right? Because it's just like, at that point, you just kind of feel like they're taking advantage of you, right? They're just like, how much money do we have to pay you to talk about our comic on your channel? I'm like, I'm not a review channel. I don't do comic reviews. I just make them. And so my fear is that if I did start doing, like, not even reviews, I don't want to do reviews. I don't want to become a comic review channel. I don't want to become like webcomic reviewers because, one, I don't like doing reviews, and two, I want these to be coming from, if I do make these videos, I want them to be coming from a place of love, and I want to do them specifically for comics that I like, that I enjoy. Because if I get paid to do it, if people are like, hey, I'll give you like $200 to talk about our webcomic in your art style challenge video, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it to promote comics that I genuinely think are good, that I already like, that I know that I like, and that I want to see succeed, right? But yeah, and so it's just like, I fear that if I started doing that, I would have more and more people just banging down my door, being like, boom, 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 hey, we'll give you money to promote our comics. I'm like, that's not why I'm doing this. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's like, geez Louise. It's just, oof. I just want to make my little videos and my little comics. Just have people like them. You know? You know? Here, gang. I'm gonna take, like, a minute or two. I'm gonna go shut the blinds, because it did get dark. And now the blinds of my house are open, and there is darkness, and I need to go close the blinds. It's dark in my house. Everyone can see me being a VTuber, and that's cringe. Nobody needs to see that. I'm gonna go close my curtains. My house has too many windows. Closing all the curtains so that people can't see me being cringe. Huzzah! Now I just have to do windows over my desk. These ones. And I turn on the light so I don't exist in darkness, and we're good. And we're good. Ooh, ah. But yes. Alright, now that I have been screaming, I need my drink of water. Alright. We're gonna leave that one there. And we'll do the rest of, like, the backgrounds and the effect stuff later. Taking a minute. Alright, close that one. Okay. Wahoo, wahoo, look at all the stuff. Yay, yippee-ki-yay, turning off all these layers. There's so many layers. Little Star used so many layers. My goodness gracious. Did I miss Star Screams? You did! I had to go close my blinds because it was getting dark and creepy in my house. And all my blinds were still open. Ariana, why is your ear so high up? Why is your ear up so high?
I have a Nutella sandwich now. Thanks, Sly.
Sly, are you feeding my son? He's not supposed to have food until dinner time. You're spoiling his dinner with sandwich. Oh. Oh, Square. Oh, Square. Squariana. Oh my goodness. My daughter. So Square. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I have a couple of ideas for videos that I want to do, but almost all of them involve doing specific artwork for the videos. And I cannot justify spending time on that kind of thing until the freaking book redraws are done. You guys, once the book redraws are done, I swear to God, I'm taking a month off. I am just so tired. I am so tired of this bullshit. I am so ready to be done. And I hear you saying, Star, then if you're so ready to be done, then just stop doing so many redraws. And I hear you. I do hear you.
It's just a half sandwich. Mom, I can still have dinner.
Vector. Sweet boy. Oh my goodness. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Vector, you keep interrupting my train of thought. It's hard to talk when you have a small boy trying to get your attention all the time. Is this how parents feel? This must be how parents feel. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Mom.
But yeah, okay. See, now, why is his nostril in the middle of his face? Why is his nostril... See, this is the kind of shit that I'm doing the redraws for. Like, why is it so far over there? Yeah, the video that right now... So, my next video, the one that's coming out in February, I'm trying to do, like, one video a month approximately. Because that's reasonable and I can do that without burning myself out too much, right? But yeah, so my next video, actually patrons helped me decide it because you can vote on, I occasionally do polls.
No cat food for dinner. Half a Nutella sandwich thanks to Sly. Also, Mom was talking about needing a break.
Vector, listen, I love you, but you have got to stop interrupting my thought process. Fuck, see, now I don't remember what I was talking about! Shit! We can't be doing this to my ADHD brain, you guys. We cannot be doing this. It's too... I can't be doing this. My brain, I think that maybe my brain is too ADHD to have the chat pet on for like not just chatting streams because I cannot focus when there's voices in my ear suddenly when I'm not expecting it. I love little chatbot Vector, but I'm not sure if I can keep him up for art streams anymore. He's a little distracting, you know? And I'm trying to work on stuff. Oh, what the fuck was I talking about, though? Legit, because I had stuff I wanted to say. Shit! Patreon voted for... Oh, okay. Yeah. So... What is my next video? I don't even remember. Oh, God. My stupid brain getting derailed at the most minor things. Oh, I hate it. Swats my own brain with a broom handle. Yeah, so I have my next video planned, my February video planned. And, God, no, the thought is just gone. It is gone. It is gone and nothing can save it. Ugh. It'll come back to me later. Anyway, I do have other ideas for videos. One that I'm excited about, but is going to take me a very long time. So I definitely will not have it done before summer. It's gonna be one of those big boy videos that take a while. But so I play a game of D&D every other Thursday with a group of my friends, right? And so we don't stream that game. We stream What's Left of Us, which is our other D&D game that you guys should totally go watch. And so we stream that game, but our Thursday game we do not stream, but our Thursday game is like so much fun. I've been loving our Thursday game. There's like so much drama. It is so dramatic and it is so good and I'm having so much fun with it. And I want to yell about the story and the characters, but we're not streaming any of it. So it's not like I can just tell people is like, yeah, go watch our D&D show, because there is no D&D show. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And so what I kind of want to do is, I've been taking notes And some of my fellow players have been taking notes on like everything that happens in the campaign. And so what I would love to do is I want to make a video calling it an animatic. It's not going to be an animatic because an animatic would be too much worse. I'm thinking more like a lightly illustrated audiobook with just like some very simple sketches, just like some black and white, like real simple pencil sketches for the artwork. And kind of do like an animatic style, sort of, where it's just like, I just draw like very, very simple storyboards for like key moments. And it would be like 1 frame per minute. We're talking like not a lot of art drawing. But just basically like going through and talking about all the events of the campaign. I've already got most of my fellow players on the horn for doing like voice lines. Because we hit the end of our first like major story arc a little bit ago, and so I think it would be very cool to go through and do a video talking about the campaign, and then it would be super cool where like every 6 months I go back and I do like a new installation. It's like, okay, what's been happening on the campaign? It's like, what's been happening in our D&D campaign? I just think it would be really cool, and it would let me talk about the campaign in a cool way. But it wouldn't be like one of my normal storytime videos. It would be like a fully written out thing where I'm like kind of narrating it, more than the style of my usual stuff. More serious in tone, I guess you could say, but also it is still a D&D campaign, so it's not gonna be like that serious. But there's a lot of like dark shit that's going on in our campaign, and I really love it and I want to talk about it. And I also think that that kind of thing is a lot more digestible than watching an actual play. And so I think it would just be a lot of fun to do that kind of thing, and I really want to. But it's gonna be a lot of fucking work. It's gonna be a lot of fucking work. And I am just at this... I'm at this point now in my career where I have too many ideas and not enough time with which to do the ideas. Like I said, once Castoff Kickstarter stuff is done, I'm gonna go ham on like a bajillion other things. It's gonna take me like so much, so much time to do all that, but I really, really want to because I think it would be really, really cool. And I think that people would enjoy it. But I mean, there is also the fear of it not doing well, right? It's like I spend all this time on it and then it doesn't do well. Like that fear is also there, but it's one of those things where like I enjoy our characters and I enjoy our game so much that getting to talk about it is a reward unto itself. And even if it flops, I'll be fine with it. I guess part of the fear comes from the fact that I did do that D&D storytime video a long time ago, and that one flopped miserably. That one flopped.
Jay's here. Stop saying nice things about him.
Don't worry, Jay. We won't say nice things about you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was talking about our Thursday game, though, so that's a thing. But yeah. And then also, I haven't really talked about this too much. What? But
the next video would work stories.
Yes. Okay, guys. Mods, I love y'all. Can we do a little bit less Vector, please? I love you guys. Can we do a little bit less Vector, please? He keeps derailing my thoughts, and it's so hard to focus. It's so hard to focus. I think I might deactivate him for art streams. Honestly, it's too distracting. It is too distracting. No, you guys are fine. It's just like my ADHD brain can't. I love talking to Vector. My ADHD brain, I don't think I can handle doing it. I don't think I can handle it. Like the occasional super chat is fine, but if he's in my ear constantly, then it gets a little bit difficult to stay on track, right? Cause see, now I've forgotten the oh god, I've been completely derailed again. Fuck, what was I about to talk about? What the fuck was I about to talk about? New campaign. That's what it was. So we just had the session 0 for my 3rd Dungeons and Dragons campaign yesterday, because yes, we are starting a new one. So I'm in 3 campaigns right now. The first one is What's Left of Us. The second one is What If What's Left of Us, and we have like almost the exact same group of people, but with a couple of new additions. And then we have the new campaign, which we're starting, which is almost an entirely different group of people, except for me and one other person, and then everybody else is new. Because Jay was like, hey, I kind of want to DM for the group of friends that you DM for. And I was like, they will going to skeletonize you like piranhas instantly. And he's like, I'm up to the challenge. And I'm like, okay, here's a baby. Here's a baby. So this is my baby. This is my baby girl. She had her session 0 yesterday. Her name is Lapis, and she's the first playable D&D character I've made who was not a tiefling. That's a lie. I've done characters for one-shots that were not tieflings, but I play a tiefling in What's Left of Us, and I play a tiefling in our Thursday game, and this is not a tiefling. This is a baby. This is a baby. No, not Lapis Lazuli, just Lapis. What is her deal? She is sad, is her deal. So, okay, I was talking to my mods about this the other day, but she and Verity on the very, very surface level do have, like, their demeanor is slightly similar in that they are both nervous babies. It's really just that, like, surface level veneer, though. They are very different characters. The most I can tell you guys right now, because I don't want my fellow players to stumble upon this and like get spoilers, right? The most I am comfortable telling you guys right now is that she is a bard with crippling stage fright and performance anxiety. So she's kind of trying to get over it right now. But she's like a nervous little baby, but she really wants to improve herself. And, she's got a lot of shit going on. But I will not be saying any more than that, because like all of my characters, she is full of secrets. And so I don't want to give too much away in case any of my fellow players happen to stumble upon this stream. Right? I will talk about her more as we play her, or as I play her, as we play in the campaign that she is in. All of your characters have a lot of shit going on. Is this a cry for help? Yes. Someone please take this shit away from me. If I see all of my characters, if I make a character, they must be riddled with secrets. That's the only way I can function. I like the drama. I like the drama. But yeah, so y'all will hear more about her later on. But yeah, she's got a lot of shit going on. She's my baby girl, and she's the first character that I've played for a longer campaign who's not a tiefling. And you guys are gonna be hearing about her, and I do think it would be very fun to also do videos alongside her campaign. We'll see, because again, it's like you want to get enough of a story backlog going so that you can, like, make the videos long enough to be interesting, right? But yeah. Oh, ew. So yeah, I just want to make videos about D&D all the time. Because I like talking about it, it's fun. I'm just still, like, you know, a little bit scared after my D&D video flopped that people would not care about my further D&D adventure stories. But I want to make them. I want to make them anyway. If you did a D&D episodic type recreation of your unstreamed D&D campaign, I think it would do really well. Things like Fool's Gold is really successful, and it's pretty similar to what you're planning. That is comforting, because, like, yeah. I have seen other people do things similar, and I think it is definitely a lot more accessible than just your standard actual play. And I just want to be a dramatic narrator. I love being a dramatic-ass narrator, right? I think it would be fun. Vector, you have dirt in your eyes, my son. This is a problem that I keep having. But yeah, so that one, it's just, my hesitancy comes from A, it's gonna take a long ass time. B, it's gonna take a long time to script. It's gonna take a long time to do the art for. It's gonna take a long time in general. But it is on the list of potential future videos, and I really wanna do it, and I wanna talk about it, and I wanna do stuff. You have such a good voice for narrating. Thank you. Thank you. I've been a little bit insecure about my voice for the last couple of days. Not for any, like, major reasons or anything, and not, like, any kind of, like, serious, it's like, oh my god, people hate my voice. But it's just, like, it's nice to get the confirmation that people do like it when I talk, because, you know, that's kind of my whole bread and butter, right? That's my whole situation, is I talk in videos. It's always good to get the confirmation, you know? Oh, Ariana, honey, your neck is red. And now it is not anymore. There we go. What I will say, though, is if you guys want to hear me talk more about D&D in general, and you like hearing the sound of my voice, you guys should go subscribe to Jay's channel. No reason why. No reason why. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about why. But you should. YouTube.com/@thejcorn. The link is in the chat. Secrets. Yeah, secrets. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it just yet, but... And no, this is not me for once in my life, this is not me shilling What's Left of Us. Although you should go watch that too. But if you like hearing the sound of my voice talking about Dungeons & Dragons stuff, you should go subscribe to the other channel, because things might be going on over there soon. But I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it until things happen. Things are not happening yet. But... yeah. I am so smooth. I am so smooth. I am an advertising marketing genius. The smoothest. The smoothest. My goodness. Oh, interesting. Yes, very interesting. And if that sounds interesting to you also, you should go subscribe to Jay's channel, youtube.com/@thejcorn, where you will be able to hear about stuff and things coming soon. Nice narrating voice, great singing voice, and very recognizable too. Aw, thank you. I am glad that you think so. I am glad that you think so. I do think I have a very unique voice. At the very least, I have that going for me, which I think is nice. And I didn't even have to do an anime girl voice to do it either. This is just the sounds that come out of my mouth normally. Yahoo! Yeehaw, etc. It's quite an interesting place for interesting people, I would agree as. I'm subbed, I just don't get notifications for some reason. You gotta ring that bell! You gotta subscribe to the channel and you gotta ring that bell to get notifications. AKA, there's a little, like, bell icon on all the videos next to the subscribe button, and if you want to get notifications, you gotta hit the bell. You gotta hit the bell! That's why everybody always says, smash that like button, ring that bell, and all the other dumb bullshit that YouTubers say. Oh, things are happening here. What if I okay, well that's not... Okay, it's this layer. Your art style is also super recognizable. Thank you! See, that one I did do on purpose. That one I did do kind of on purpose. It's like, I still just, you know, wanted to draw in a way that I liked, but also I think I do have the benefit of a pretty unique art style going for me here, so that is also a positive. Une positive. Got... I mean this in the best way possible. Your voice does not match your height. Got legit jump scared when I saw you stand up in a car for the first time. Oh, that makes me so happy. I love scaring people with my height. So folks, I don't really talk about this very often because, you know, I'm not on camera very much, but I am much taller than people seem to think I am, which is very funny to me. I apparently do not have the energy of a tall person. Jay, shut the fuck up. I am not small. You're just too tall for your own good. But yeah, I am pushing 6 feet with shoes on. I am like 5'10". You have 5'2" energy? What does that mean? What is 5'2" energy? No! What? But no, yeah, I'm 5'10" when I have shoes on, which is, you know, most of the time. I'm pushing 6 feet. You give off ankle biter vibes? It's gremlin energy? What? What? Has everybody just been running around thinking that I am a munchkin of a person? Guys, I am 5'10". Gremlin energy? Oh my god. Girl's taller than my dad. Haha! Tall! Gnome vibes? No! Short person energy? Oh my god. You're taller than most of your mods minus Jay. Well, Jay's just a tall freak, man. He's a literal tree. We can't have him in the comparison. J-Corn Jorg is an outlier who should not be counted. But yeah, that is very funny to hear. I did not expect. Just, has everyone been going around and thinking that I'm just like super short? Has everyone been going around and assuming that I'm super short because I have quote unquote gremlin energy? Oh my goodness, that is genuinely yes, kinda. Okay, that is genuinely hilarious to me, I'm not gonna lie. That is like genuinely hilarious. Well, let it be known that no matter how much quote unquote short person energy I apparently give off, I am not short. I am not small. I am not short. I am a gangle of a human. I have a gangle energy.
Mom is short girl energy.
I don't understand what short girl energy is. I don't understand it. Also, Jared, thank you once again for the super chat. But I just... I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What is short girl energy and why do I have it? Well, okay, no, counterpoint. What would tall girl energy be? Because I apparently don't have whatever that would be. What is tall girl energy? What does that look like? And what do I need to do to have that so people don't assume I'm 5'2"? You have tall girl energy, Jay? I mean, true, but it's the girl boss energy. Do I need to be more of a girl boss influencer hashtag? Do I need to be more of that? Do I need to start selling you guys NFTs to be a tall girl? Is that what I need? Tall girl energy is vampire lady from Resident Evil. I mean, she's tall, but she also has other things going for her. So I don't... Yes, like cute girl boss, but I would invest in Castoff NFTs. Don't even joke about that. Castoff will not be coming to an NFT near you. Have I ever told you the story of how... Have I ever told you guys the story of how someone tried to shill NFTs to me at a convention, and it was very, very funny. That was the thing that happened. And he failed every single persuasion throw in that entire conversation. It was so funny. It was so funny. Here, but you know what? I'm gonna leave y'all hanging for just a hot second, because I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll leave you guys hanging, and then when I get back, I will tell you guys the NFT story. I'm gonna go take an idle break. I'm gonna go to an idle meeting. I'll be right back. Stick around, and I will tell you the story when I get back. Bye. Okay, I'm back. One second. My cat food dispenser went off right as I pressed the button. You can probably hear it in the background. If you guys heard a weird, kind of high-pitched, muffled noise in the background, that was the sound of the voice recording on my cat food dispenser. It's what summons the cats to eat their dinners. Cat food jump scare, yes, exactly. So, NFT story time, yes. So I was at a very small little, like, high school convention.
Time to eat, mother.
Don't eat out of the cat food bowl, Vector, I swear to God. But yeah, so I was at this, like, little itty-bitty convention in a high school. It's like a local thing. I used to do it every year. And towards the, it was like a very short convention. It would basically just take place for like the middle section of the day. Like it would kind of start at like 10, it would run until about 5 or so. Just a real easy like little one-day thing, right? And towards the end of the day, I'd been selling there all day. It was towards the end of the day. Most of the attendees were off watching the cosplay contest or something. And so there was like hardly anybody in the halls at this point. And so I'm sitting at this con table, I'm minding my own business. I'm probably just like drawing or something because there's not really any customers around. And this guy comes up to me. And, he's kind of like looking over my stuff. He looks like he's like in his early 20s, probably, early to mid 20s. But he's just like, kind of like looking over my stuff, and we're having like a casual conversation. It's like, oh yeah, how's your day been? It's like, well, let me know if you have any questions. La-di-da, the usual convention seller fare, right? And at some point he sees my book because I have, this was back when I still had the original versions of How to Webcomic. And so I had those on my table. And he sees the book. And I forget exactly how he phrased it. I forget exactly what he said. But he said that, like, he also did comics and stuff. And he wanted to show me this, like, thing that he had done with his comic. And so first of all, it was very cute. So he had, like, this comic book, and you can tell that, like, this was Baby's first printed comic because he had it in his bag. He had like this book in his bag, and he pulled it out of his bag, and I don't mean to sound like condescending or anything, because it was genuinely cute. You could tell it was like baby's first comic, means a lot, don't want it to get damaged. He had it in like this cardboard, like, you know, like a flat mailer. But inside the cardboard flat mailer, the book was also wrapped in several layers of bubble wrap. And he like took it out of his bag and he like unwrapped all the bubble wrap in front of me. And it was just like watching a man like take out his like, this is a precious artifact that I stole from a museum. It's so precious and like, we can't let it get damaged. So I'm going to like, you know, carefully unwrap it from from all the bubble wrap and layers of protection so it does not get damaged at all in my bag. Yeah, no, it was a magical item. This is my firstborn. No, that's exactly the energy, right? It's like, this is my firstborn child. I have wrapped it in bubble wrap for safety. So he takes this book out. I think it actually still had the shrink wrap on it. I think it did. God, I don't remember. Either this book had the shrink wrap or he had one book with the shrink wrap still on it and he had another one that didn't. I don't remember exactly. This was like over a year ago. But he basically takes the book out of his bag. He's like, yeah, so, you know, this is a book that I got printed. This is like my very first comic that I got printed. And it's, how much do you know about NFTs? And so immediately I was just like, oh, Lord. But, you know, trying to be a customer service person, I'm like, yeah, you know, I've heard of them, but it's not really something that I've gotten into myself. And he was like, oh, well, here, so let me show you this. And the thing that he shows me is that there's like, he opens the book to the back of like the very last page. And he shows me that there's like a little chip in the back of the book. It's like an NFC chip, not an NFT, an NFC. If you guys know what those are. Like, have you ever seen a thing where you like hold your phone over something and it brings up like a web page or something? That's what an NFC is. It's the same technology that they use for amiibos too. So amiibos are NFC tags. I've actually used them to make my own amiibos, but that is an entirely different story. So this guy had an NFC tag stuck in the back of his book, and I was like, okay, what does that do? And he said, well, you see, it's an NFC tag that you can scan. And then when you scan it, it brings you to the information page about the NFT. And I was like, what? And so apparently the function of this was supposed to be, it was like a certification that the book was legitimate, and it was kind of like a numbered version. You know how like sometimes limited edition things will have like serial numbers? Instead of a serial number, this had like an NFT attached to it. But it's a physical object already. So why do you need that? And anyway, and so he's trying to tell me about how cool it is. Like, yeah, you know, it's like totally like fully certified. So you can like scan the tag and then it goes and it shows you like what print number it is. It lets you make like limited edition stuff. And then you can be sure that it's like, it's 100% like it's verified, it's quality. Yeah, it's like a collector's thing. And it's so you know what you have is legitimate. And it's a copy of a book. And so the next part was very funny. He's like, yeah, so here, I'll show you how to do it. And he takes his phone out and he goes to scan the NFC tag. And it doesn't work. And it keeps not working. And he's just like holding his phone over this tag and he's trying to get to scan. He's like, yeah, just give me a second. It'll work. It definitely will work. It takes this man 5 whole minutes to get this card to scan. I am not exaggerating. 5 minutes. He was standing in front of my table and struggling with this thing. Like, I had other customers come to my table, look over my shit and buy stuff. And meanwhile, he's just standing like next to my table and just struggling to get this thing to scan while I am helping other customers for several minutes. And I'm just like, occasionally, like, you know, just peek over at him. I'm like, is he still there? Is he still trying? He's trying so hard, you guys. He's trying so hard. Serious bless your heart moment. No, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's just like he was trying so hard to get this stupid NFT thing to work. 5 whole minutes. And you know, 5 minutes doesn't seem like that long. When it's 5 minutes doing the same activity when someone is actively watching you do it, it's like hell on earth for both parties. So at the end of the 5 minutes, I've made like 2 purchases at this point. Like 2 groups of people have come over and bought things for me, and we've had like pleasant conversations in the amount of time it has taken this guy to get this thing to scan. He finally gets it to work. He finally gets it to scan, and he's so excited. He's like, okay, I got it to work. See, and he like shows me his phone, and sure enough, like, yeah, it is a web page with like a serial number on it. That is, and I'm just like, and he just starts talking about it, and he's just like, yeah, so it's really cool. So you can tell it's like, you know, if you wanted to like make sure that that the stuff you're selling, you can tell your customers that it's like 100% definitely a legitimate product, and you can do like, you know, limited edition runs, and people can know that it's not like a copy, it's like the real deal, and it's super duper cool. Do you want me to tell you more about it? And I tried to let him off easy at first. I tried to let him down easy and, you know, kind of not be nice, but just be like not quite as harsh. I was like, because I told him, I'm like, well, I mean, it's a how-to book. The goal of it is to have it in as many hands as possible so that people can learn the things that the book teaches. So I'm not really interested in doing things like a limited edition run. And he was like, oh, well, you know, it's kind of like a signature, right? It comes from you can tell that it comes from the artist if they have this chip in it, and then they can verify it's like, yes, this came directly from the artist, and it's like a signature, right? It's like a signature. He kept saying that. And I was like, dude, if people want my signature, I'll just sign the books. Like, I've been doing that for people all day. When people buy the book from me in person, I just sign it for them. And he was just, oh God, what was the third thing he said? So he was like, he was trying to be, it's like, it's limited. Oh, that was the other thing. He's like, yeah, but I mean, you know, it's like, you can, even if you're not interested in limited edition, it proves 100% that the book definitely came from the original artist. And I was like, my guy, this is a self-published book. The only way that people can get it is from me. Like, I don't sell this print on demand on Amazon or something. If people own a copy of this book, it came from me, and I sent it to them with my own 2 hands. Like, I have no use for what you're trying to pitch to me. And I told him that. And he was just like, no, but I mean, if you consider it, it could be really cool. And I, at that point, was getting really tired. And so I'm like, look, dude, I'm sorry. I'm just really not interested in this kind of thing. It's just not something that I'm interested in at all. And it kind of goes against everything that I've been trying to build up in my career. And he just looked so deflated. But he just wouldn't let it go. So I had to let him down. And I was just like, yeah, it's just not really something I'm interested in. Sorry, guy. And so he eventually kind of, you know, like quietly excused himself and left. And after he was long gone, I was tabling next to a friend. Like, I had a friend a table down. She was a couple feet from me this entire time. And she like leaned over to me and was like, what the hell was that? And I'm like, I think that guy was trying to sell me NFTs. And we had a good freaking laugh about it. He really thought he was cooking. He so did. You know what he was cooking? Water. He was boiling water is what he was doing. He was cooking. He had a pot of water on the stove and thought he was cooking. But yeah, so that's the story of the time that someone tried to sell me NFTs at a convention. So Yup. So that is a thing that happened. So dumb. It is so stupid. I love it. Oh god. I don't love it. I hate it, frankly, but it was very fun. It's a good story, if nothing else, right? It's like, oh my god. What a fucking tale. What a fucking thing. And so here's another fun thing that I've been working on is, so did you guys watch my newest short that came out? Not the one that came out today, but the one that came out last week. I posted a short on my YouTube page last week where it's just like a little story time talking about my sleep paralysis experience. Did you guys see that one? If you guys haven't seen it, you should go watch it because it's related to what I'm about to talk about. But yeah, so I made that little video. So here's a fun fact is that video is the first of a series of videos that I'm working on because I finally am making enough money from like YouTube and stuff that I can justify paying someone to help me edit shorts. So I have a person who has been helping me edit those. And I just got another batch of like 5 videos. Is like I'm all booked up for February. I've got videos for the entire month of February to post 1 a week. So I've got them helping me. And so what I'm doing is I'm having them edit like a bunch of like little tiny like mini story time videos for me basically. And so the sleep paralysis one is the first. That was just kind of like as kind of a tester with the person I was commissioning. I'm like, I have a bunch of these. And they're like, well, do you want me to do just one first? And then we can see if you like the final product. And it was nice. And I was like, yes, this looks perfect. This looks amazing. Let's go. But yeah, I wanted more like highly edited shorts and stuff, you know, with the fun sound effects and things that a lot of VTubers do. Because I always thought that those were so much fun, but they take too long to justify me editing them myself. And so I was really bummed whenever I would do a short and it didn't have like as much pizzazz as I wanted. But this person's prices were very reasonable. And so they're just handling like editing my shorts and stuff now. I'm still going to be doing some on my own, like my time-lapse shorts I'm going to do myself because those don't really involve a whole lot of editing. But I just got back another batch of videos, and so it's super fun. And I have a couple of story time videos that are just like little short story times coming out over the next couple of weeks. And the NFT story is not one that I have done yet, but it will be one that I make in the future because I think it's funny. But I did in my most recent batch, the one I just got back from the editor, that one does include the story about how one time I was doing Artist Alley and this dude came up to me and we got onto the topic of like talking about the stories that we were writing, and then he spent like 10 minutes telling me in gruesome detail about this like self-insert isekai story he was working on. And the dude basically spent like 10 minutes describing all his fetishes to me in very vivid detail. And then didn't even buy anything when he left. And so that's gonna be a short at some point. I made a short about the pistachio theft story, because I'm basically taking videos, or I'm taking stories that I think are too short to make into full videos, and I'm just writing them as shorts instead. And I'm having a lot of fun with them. And so those will be coming out. I think I have them scheduled to go up every Friday. Will be story time shorts. But yes, so oh no, listen, you guys will hear all the gory well, not all the gory details. I would not subject you guys to that. But you will hear the details about that when that short goes up, if you have not already familiar with the story, because it was a trip. The moral of the story is that if you guys ever see me at a convention and you want to come up and say hi, you absolutely should, because I guarantee you that any conversation we have will be much better than guy who spent 10 minutes telling me about his self-insert isekai story where he has sexy sleepovers with a huge harem of cat girls every night. So as long as you don't do that to me again, we will have a lovely conversation, and I would love to talk to you about stuff at conventions. Is the moral of that story. My water's all out. I'm all out of water. I'm all out of water. You're a total inspiration. I love your videos, your art, and your comments. Oh, thank you! Thank you! People being nice to me in my chat. Oh my goodness. My harem stories were way more D&D focused. Jay, that is not appropriate. Don't talk about your fandom stories in my chat, nerd. Yeah, it was such a freaking trip. It was just such a freaking thing. And I was just like, why? 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 But I fungibled them? Jay, no, you can't fungible the... I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't even know how to respond to that. If we're being really and truly honest, I know you're Lord Fungo and all, but you can't go around fungalizing people. This is stupid. This is stupid. But yeah. So hopefully the short story times will continue. But the reason I've been putting so much emphasis on shorts recently is because it's so easy to recycle them. I've deeply misunderstood the way NFTs work. I made FTs. You made fungibles! How could you? This son of a bitch, you've done it again. EFT, extremely fungible tokens. Let's go. My tokens are so fucking fungible, you would not even believe how fungible they are. But yeah, I like shorts because I can post them in like every place. I just queued up the batch of videos that my editor sent me today, and it was just so lovely. I just like posted them all simultaneously to I scheduled them for YouTube Shorts and Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and Pinterest, and I'm just like recycling, baby. Recycling. You have so much backlog of content that it makes it somewhat easier to make shorts from them. That too, but also like I'm not doing stream clips as shorts necessarily. I will probably sick my editor on some of those eventually. But for the time being, I'm mostly just doing like little short story times. I'm recycling a few stories that have been in some of my longer videos, but for the most part, they're just like little short stories that wouldn't really fit in any of my other videos. But that I still want to tell because I think they're funny. Only super good ones from streams. Yeah, that too. I was actually working on an outline for my next long form video today, and I was like, oh man, I could make so many new stories from this. Yeah, so new Japan storytime video. That's going to happen eventually. It's not going to be my next video. My next video is going to be weird work stories. Because that's what patrons voted on. But yeah, I have a couple of ideas. I'm definitely still going to continue the Japan story times eventually. And when I do, I'm going to take like every single story from that story time video, and I'm going to make them into shorts too, because that's what we call recycling. Recycling, baby. But yeah, so next long form video will be coming out sometime in February. I don't have a date yet. I'm gonna try and just do like one video a month until my shit gets sorted enough that I can go back to doing more focus on YouTube stuff. But for the first half of 2024, it's gonna be comics, and more comics until the Kickstarter is ready, right? I gotta focus, you know? And like the thing is that I could work a lot faster on these if I wasn't streaming, but it's so miserable doing these in the silence of my apartment that I basically have to stream them or else it gets super boring. So you guys are helping me keep on task, is what you're doing. Hello, yes, welcome to the bathroom stall. I will be your personal attendant today. I don't remember that quote. What was that from? I don't remember that. It's like I remember saying that, but I don't remember the context. First Japan. That's what it was! The talking toilets! I remember now. That's what it was. I'll admit that I do occasionally go back and rewatch my old videos, but not super duper often. It's mostly just like when I want to check on something that I am like, did I say this in an old video? I can't remember. My shading layer. Breath of the Wild short is still my favorite. I still giggle about laying waste to an empire. God, yeah, that was the first stream clip I ever edited. The legacy. The legacy. But yeah, like the nice thing about my like longer storytime videos that I'm realizing is that yes, I can absolutely like go in and take some of the better shorter stories from like the compilations and make them into their own videos, make them into little shorts. We love recycling and being efficient with our content to draw in new eyes. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! But yeah, see, I mean, stuff like that is actually kind of one of the reasons why I'm sad that more people don't come to my gaming streams. I have some genuinely funny moments. The people don't show up to my gaming streams as much as they do my other types of streams. And it bums me out if I'm being completely honest. I don't want to get too sad on main here, but it's just like, I know the gaming content is very oversaturated and it's hard to get a foot into it. But it's just like, oh man, I like doing gaming streams, but nobody watches them. People watch them. But like my average viewership for gaming streams is so much lower than everything else that I do. And it's a bummer. It's a bummer, you know? This is not me trying to guilt trip people into coming to my streams, unless that would work, in which case I'm guilt tripping you into coming to my gaming streams. I watched The Descent into Madness and totally understood how it got to that point. Oh, good golly. I blame YouTube. It never says when you're streaming. You might need to remember to smash that bell so that YouTube will actually send you notifications about the channel. But yeah. You're simply too good at art and it's tough for gaming streams to compete. You're joking? But that is kind of true. It's like... You know, I'm doing an art stream right now. It's not even new art. It's just me polishing old art, right? I've been hovering just under 200 viewers this entire time. I do a game stream. I'm lucky to have 50 people show up. Like, my Baldur's Gate 3 streams, I usually have about 30. And, you know, when in comparison to, like, I did my first real just chatting stream not too long ago. I broke 200 people. I did a karaoke stream. I broke 200 people. I do a gaming stream. I'm lucky to hit 50. And so it's like, the writing is on the wall there. And it's like, maybe you should just stick to what you're good at, Star. People like your art streams. People like your karaoke streams. People like your just chatting streams. Why are you trying to bother with the gaming stuff? But I like the gaming. I like being able to come on a stream and just play a silly little game and do some silly little stuff. But people don't care, apparently. And it bums me out. It bums me out. This is not me trying to emotionally blackmail you guys into going to my gaming stream. I genuinely do not want you to feel that way. It's a little bit of a bummer, you know? It's a little disheartening. Some people want to experience game blind. Gaming streams, I notice, are a lot more successful when the game just comes out. Yeah, that's also a thing. And yeah, that's another thing, like, an issue with the Baldur's Gate stream I know I was having is, like, it is a very plot-heavy game. So, like, that is also definitely contributing to it, right? But there's a lot that contributes to it. Like, I have other streams that I want, or other games that I want to play on stream that are not as plot-focused. Like, when I played, when I played Suika game, that one did really well, because it was a simple game. There was no story. It was just vibes. When I played Pikmin, there's a story in Pikmin. No one cares about the story in Pikmin. And the people who do, it's real easy to understand. You gotta get the little guys, and you gotta do stuff with the little guys. It's not as plot focused, right? And so, like, I get it, but it still bums me out. I actually did buy a couple of games during the Steam Winter Sale. I bought the second Katamari game, because I figured that would be fun to play on stream. I bought the second Little Nightmares game, because I played the first one and folks had fun with that one. And I also bought Ghost Trick, which I am streaming at some point, but that's a more plot-focused game, and so it would be difficult, right? And it's just like, I love the plot-focused games, but they're harder to get viewers for. It's difficult, you know? It'd be fun for Star to try an FPS game. I mean, I've played them. I don't find them interesting. It's just not my... I don't find them interesting to play. I don't find them interesting to watch. So it's not my... I'm not the target audience, right? What'd you think of the first Little Nightmares? I thought it was fun. It was not as scary as I thought it was going to be. But I've heard that the second one is spookier. So I'm excited about that. I'm not a gamer, but I watched the highlighted re-edit of your streaming. Oh, thank you! Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen those, I had a friend edit some highlight reels for me. And the Baldur's Gate stream is going to be the last time I do that for a while, unfortunately, just because I can't really justify paying an editor when not as many people watch them. But I did really enjoy getting to have, like, highlight reels, right? It was really fun. It was nice. I'm trying to find... There we go. Volume 1 pages. Volume 4. I don't remember what the page I just finished was. Stop saying Among Us. I'm not playing Among Us. Among Us streams mean you have to have a lot of people join you, and that just seems like this is the wrong chapter. That's why I'm having issues. That's why I couldn't remember what page I left off on. This is the wrong chapter. This is chapter 4. Did you say you were starting Octopath Traveler 2 at some point? I did buy Octopath Traveler 2. I will not be streaming it. Because that game is far too plot heavy. I don't think it would be a good game to stream. I have been playing it on my own time, but if I'm honest, I got kind of bored of it. And then I went back to, Tears of the Kingdom. I never finished that game. And so I've been playing that on and off a little bit. But I haven't had too much time to play it. Because I've been so busy with other stuff. I've actually been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently. Because my friends and I have been playing Monster Hunter together, and that's how I've spent... So I have my new rule that I'm starting this year, where I'm not allowed to work after 7 p.m. except in, like, cases like a Thursday D&D days. I don't do any work on those days for, like, the entire day. And so I allow myself to work in the evenings just because I didn't get shit all done for the rest of the day, right? But yeah, so we have been playing I've been playing Monster Hunter with my friends recently, and that has been a lot of fun. It's not like an every night thing, but it's a most nights thing. And that has been very nice because Monster Hunter is very no-brain. You can just kind of play it. Yeah, Jay's been playing Monster Hunter. We've also had his wife Rose has been playing with us. A couple of other folks from What's Left of Us have been playing. And then one of our other D&D friends was the one who originally was like really pushing because he really wanted people to play with. And then when I mentioned that I was playing Monster Hunter again to another one of my friends, she was just like, oh my god, Star, are you playing Monster Hunter again? I will re-buy the game on Steam so that I can play with you guys. Bought it immediately, is already doing G rank, and I'm like, Jesus, okay. So yes, I have several people that I've been playing Monster Hunter with, and it's been very fun and very nice. So that's where most of my gamer energy has been going to recently. You ever get kicked in the face? You ever get kicked in the face? Ariana has. She get kicked in the face. But yeah, in general, I'd love to do more collabs. Like multiplayer games. Like playing Lethal Company last week. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. I had a lot of fun with that. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. And it seems like other folks did too, because I mean, like, not to be all like numbers, business numbers, but there were a lot of people watching that stream, and that was very comforting. I died. Yo, we all died, Jay. You're not special. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, and I do like doing collabs. My biggest issue with collabs is just that I'm shy. I'm shy. People always talk about, like, it's like, sorry, you have so much charisma when you're, like, talking on your videos and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that extends only to videos. That extends only to videos. Like, when it comes to actually talking to people, I get so freaking nervous. I am like, I tell people that I'm shy, and people who know me don't believe me, but I am genuinely, like, such an introvert. I, like, just do not talk to people. It's situational Riz. A good, slightly cursed way of putting it, but true. Slightly cursed, but true. But yeah, it's just like, I will talk my friends' ears off, and I will have so much fun, like, on a collab stream once you know, actually get my stuff enough together to actually, you know, like, plan that kind of thing. Lethal Company only happened because it was just, like, spur of the moment in the voice call before the stream, and everybody who was going to be involved just happened to be in the voice chat earlier in the afternoon when I was talking about it. And it just came together really naturally and easily. That was the only way that that would have worked. But, like, actually planning for a multiple people collab on a regular basis, I would simply die. I would simply die, because wrangling people is my least favorite. It is my least favorite. But it's like, I have people who I would love to do collabs with. I don't really have many good ideas for multiplayer games that we could do together is the problem. And then it's like, finding a time to get together with people to do a collab is really hard, because everybody's got different schedules and it's so hard. Yeah. If you want to wrangle people, offer them cheese. Everyone loves cheese. That is true, I suppose. Yeah. I guess my other thing is I just, like, because of the introverted nature of my own self, I feel like I don't really have a lot of, like, close, like, streamer friends, really. I have a handful that I talk to occasionally, but no one that I'm, like, super duper besties with aside from, like, the What's Left of Us crew. Because I talk to them, like, all the damn time. If I don't hear from them over the course of a single day, something is wrong. But yeah, it's just like, it's difficult, you know, because we're all adults and we all have lives, and it's tricky. And also combined with the fact that I am just shy and collabing is hard, It's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that it's a lot of work and I'm scared, and it's just like, what if I invite somebody to collab and they don't want to because they hate me, actually? What if that's the thing? And there's that anxiety brain coming back again, you see. There's that anxiety brain coming back again, you see. We have brought it full circle. The anxiety brain has returned to do its dark bidding. They hate you, they're not worth collabing with. Well, no, it's like, what if they hate me and I don't know it? And so, and they don't actually like me. What if the people that I like don't actually like me, and if I invite them to a collab, they're not gonna want to do it, and they're just anxiety, brain. Like, I know it's not true, but my brain is an asshole sometimes, right? It is what it is. And it makes me very shy. Like, I was already a shy person, and this shit just makes it worse. This shit just makes it worse. Like, most people that I talk to, if I'm not talking to you on, like, a daily basis, if you are not, like, in my regular friend circulation where I'm talking to you so frequently that I'm just, like, up in your business all the time, I am so scared to message people. Like, I legitimately, like, I do the thing where whenever I am messaging someone who I don't know super well, I will literally have to hold my breath and close my eyes to hit the enter button to send them a message. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding, but I am not. I am not kidding. I am so scared of messaging people on a constant basis. This is why I never, like, I don't talk to people, because I'm, like, legit scared of people sometimes, even though I have no reason to. I have no reason to be nervous around people. But I get so freaking scared to message people for no reason. And it happens all the goddamn time. It's like, I could be talking to somebody and have literally no reason to be scared of messaging them. We could be people that have had multiple nice and friendly conversations. I'm still gonna hold my breath when I hit enter. You tell me to bleep myself on a regular basis. How are you this cute? Shut the fuck up, Jay! I'll kill you! Shut up! Don't make fun of me. If you should be scared of you. Like, no, I don't want people to be scared of me. I need other people to be the bigger person and message me first so that I don't have to go through the fear. The fear. This is the face that I make. It's like, oh god, I have to message people. Oh fuck, oh shit. Ugh. This is just, I wish I was kidding. I wish I was joking when I say this type of shit. I am not joking even a little bit. I, like, legitimately get so scared to just, like, even have a friendly conversation with people. It's just like, I know this person. I like this person. I would like to talk to them more. But rather than do that, I will hide under my bed and never speak to them. Terrifying, terrifying. The mortifying ordeal of speaking to other humans. And I do, like, legitimately think that part of it is just, like, the fear of text communications. Like, you can never really be sure. Because, like, you know, you're talking to someone, like, one-on-one in person, and you can kind of read their facial expressions and like their body language and kind of like, you know, figure out their stuff from there, right? And that kind of makes it easier. Text, you don't have that. Text, all you have is seeing them typing and then seeing them stop typing and seeing how long it takes them to answer a message. And that could be caused by any number of things. Like, I know personally sometimes I've gotten like scared that a friend took too long to answer a message. They just went up and got lunch. It was literally just that, like, they went up and made themselves a sandwich instead of responding to me immediately. And I got so scared that I had said something wrong and I had upset them, and that's why they were taking so long to respond to me. I was legitimately so nervous, and then they were just like, oh yeah, sorry, it took me a bit, I went and got lunch, and I was like... But I sound so high maintenance when I say that, right? I sound so high maintenance, it's just like, I'm just scared of upsetting people. I'm just scared of making people upset. Even when I have no reason to be. I have no reason to think that I've upset people. I still just, like, my brain, it goes, The asshole brain, it strikes again as always, don't it, gang? Am I being relatable enough for you guys yet? Is this that relatable content that everybody loves so much? Relatable content. Oh, that's what that is, okay. Relatable content, relatable content. People like me because I'm relatable. I love it when people think I'm the same as them, because that makes me relatable. Influencers need to be relatable so that they can attract a large enough audience. God, this is so scary. This is a stupid thing to say. These are all stupid things to say. I like you because you yell at me. Yeah, well, you're weird. You're weird. This probably sounds so mean, but don't worry, friends. Jay and I do this to each other on a near constant basis. He is so mean to me in Dungeons & Dragons, and then I am so mean to him in the voice call. It's fine. This is what friendship looks like. Threatening to kill your friends because they made your D&D character sad. Relatable business! I myself am highly relatable. Also, I hate that I called myself an influencer just there. Don't call me an influencer. I am not an influencer. The only thing I want to influence you guys to do is read my webcomic, which, by the way, read my webcomic. Link is coming in the chat right now. Coming hot and fresh. But yeah, it's like, if we're being real here, and this is a bit of a swerve in conversation, but I don't care. Because welcome to the ADHD stream where we change topics on a dime because I can't keep this thought in my head for longer than 22 seconds. I do not consider myself an influencer. I genuinely do not. And I think it is weird when people consider me an influencer because I have never tried to make myself be that. To me, influencers are people who are like doing sponsorship deals like all the time, and they are trying to get you to live a certain way to benefit their wallets. And I joke about being an influencer sometimes just because I have a large audience, but I genuinely do not consider myself an influencer, and so it kind of feels weird when people call me one. I prefer, like, honestly, between influencer and content creator, I prefer content creator because that has the word creator in it, right? I mean, that's what I do, is I make stuff. I make comics, and I make art, and I make videos, and I make tutorials, and I make stuff. Me making stuff is not influence, and I am not trying to influence people. I am trying to make things that people will like, and then show those things to people. You know? And so it's like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like content creator, but I'm not opposed to content creator specifically because I do so much stuff. It's hard to pin it down into one thing. Because, like, I am an artist, yes, so you could definitely call me an artist, but I am also a video creator, yes, but those two things don't have a whole lot of overlap. Because, like, you call someone an artist, and making YouTube videos doesn't really fit in that niche. And so, like, I know a lot of people don't care for the word content creator. I don't mind it personally, because I feel like it's kind of all-encompassing, and it works considering I have so many different projects. Right? Like, I personally don't mind it. I know a lot of people don't. I don't mind it. You influenced me to make my comic series. You influenced me to do my art. Well, that's not necessary. I mean, I'm glad. I am very glad for that. Do art. I love being able to, like, motivate people to do creative endeavors because hell yeah, do creative endeavors. Creativity is fun. Making art is fun. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Love that for y'all. I still don't think that makes me an influencer though, because like I said, I feel like an influencer and a motivational speaker are not the same thing. And I would consider myself more of a motivator than an influencer, right? A teacher, perhaps. I definitely did teach for a living for a while, but I also like to make tutorials to teach people how to do things because I remember struggling when I first started and I wish that I had had the resource that I'm providing to people now. I want to go back in time and give younger me the how to webcomic book. Like, that was the reason I made it, right? Is so that people who wanted to start making webcomics wouldn't have to struggle and make the same mistakes that I did, right? Influencer sits more on the telling people to buy stuff rather than making stuff, I feel. Yeah. So it's like, I've done exactly one sponsored video in my entire career. And it was for the art program that I use. And I used it to make a tutorial. Like, when Clip Studio contacted me, they were like, you can do whatever you want, but we want you to make a tutorial with our software and talk about our software in it. And I was like, hell yeah. And I mostly said hell yeah because they said they were going to pay me. And I was like, hell yeah, give me money and I'll talk about your program until the cows come home. But yeah, it's just like, I don't consider myself an influencer because I feel like the title of influencer has the expectation that I'm expecting you guys to buy things that I am sponsored to promote, right? And, like, I don't do that, really. We do love receiving money in exchange for goods and/or services here. That is true. That is true. I mean, if I'm gonna be entirely honest with you guys, if a company came to me with a good deal for a sponsorship, I would consider it, at the very least. But it's just like, I don't get a lot of offers for sponsorships, which is the main reason I don't do them very often. And the ones that I do get, don't want to pay me. And I'm sorry, but I am not going to do sponsorships for no pay, because I'm worth more than that, goddammit. Know your worth, kids. Don't let other people get free work out of you. Anyway, where was I going with this tangent? But yeah, like, that's not my main thing, right? That's not my main source of income. I don't need to be shelling out sponsorships constantly to make a living, and I feel like that's kind of implied with what an influencer would do. I don't want to be an influencer. I think it's a funny thing to say as a joke. Like, oh my god, Star's such an influencer. She's so influencer-y. But it's like, I'm really not. I want people to make stuff. I don't want to sell people things. Except my book and my webcomic. But, I mean, like, that's my own stuff, right? I'm not influencing you to buy other people's products. So I feel like that's different. It's just like, yeah, I want people to buy my books. But at the same time, it's like, you are also benefiting from it. Because the books will teach you how to do it. You'll get some cool entertainment out of it, you know? But yeah, so long story short, TLDR, etc. I don't especially enjoy the term influencer. I'm not saying you guys can't call me that as like a joke or anything, but you know, I do think content creator is more applicable in this sense. Just because it kind of encapsulates a lot of different things, and I do a lot of different things. So it's like, yeah. I do not consider myself an influencer. And I do not wish to be one. Because I like being Star. Star, the person who makes cool stuff. You know? Free! Star, the person who says weird stuff on stream and also makes stuff. In parentheses, on stream, in parentheses, sometimes. We're in the 3rd hour of the stream, and that's when stuff gets meta. I hope this is what you all guys have all come here for. I think a lot of people just equate YouTuber with influencer because of the celebrity status. Yeah, that's definitely a big cause of it, right? Is like, they equate influencer with celebrity status. And it's like, I wouldn't consider myself a celebrity either. I just have like a reasonably sized YouTube following, right? Like, I was talking to some of my stream mods about this recently, but it's like, I don't consider myself a big YouTuber. I feel like I am medium-sized at best, right? Because I feel like anything under 100,000 is... Well, okay, 100,000 is still pretty big. I would say anything under 50,000 is small. I would say like 50 to 500,000 subscribers is medium. And anything bigger than 500k, that's when you're a big YouTuber. A capital B, big YouTuber. And so I was telling my mods and my friends, it's like, I'm not going to consider myself a big YouTuber until I hit 500k. And I will succumb to that at that point and no sooner. Like, I feel like I am medium-sized at best right now. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my audience size right now. Like, you always hope for growth. But I feel like I'm growing at a steady pace right now, and it's fine. I'm fine with my growth speed right now. I wish that more people would follow me on YouTube instead of on TikTok, but them's the breaks. TikTok does still have its benefits. And I've been doing really well over there with my recent videos. I just gotta try and lure some more people over here rather than just watching my stuff on TikTok, god damn it. I actually tried to do a double stream, both here and on TikTok, but my internet couldn't handle it. My internet couldn't handle it, and it made me really upset. I'm like, god damn it. I want to entice my TikTok following to come over here and subscribe to me here, because I've got like double the TikTok following that I do for YouTube. I want the energy that TikTok gives me, and I want them to bring it over to YouTube because I actually get paid for YouTube. So, you know, gross capitalism, whatever. But I basically spend all the money that I earn from YouTube on YouTube. I reinvest it back into the channel. So, earning more like ad rev and stuff like that, it is beneficial. Helps me make more stuff. I'm paying my editors with the money that I got from AdSense and stuff like that. So, you know. All right, and I think that page is done. Quote unquote done. Done with the redraw portion, at least the character portion. So we finished that. I did 10 pages on stream today. 10 pages of redraws. And I think that is a good quantity because it is exactly the time that I usually end my stream. So that is perfect. I love that for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night and go make some dinner because I am hungry. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really did appreciate it. This was nice to kind of get back in the flow of this. It was a little rough at the beginning just because I got to get used to doing art streams again. But I want to try and do this weekly. Just, you know, continue plugging away at revisions.
I can have nuggets now.
Vector, I don't have any nuggets. We'll have to go to the store and get nuggets. But anyway. But yeah, I'd like to continue doing this and maybe do like a batch of 10 pages a week. So I think that would be a good pace, and then I can, like, you know, finish doing the backgrounds and stuff off stream. I think that's a good pace, so I think I want to keep doing this. You guys have permission to bully me if a stream schedule comes out and there is not an art revision stream on it, because I really do need to buckle down and just do these. But they just take so long and they're boring to do when I don't have like a stream going or like friends in the group chat or whatever. So, but yes, so time for the end of stream shilling. If you guys have not subscribed already, please do so. And remember to smash that bell so that you get notified for future live streams and videos that I upload. I've got a lot of stuff coming in the works, and it's going to be fun and it's going to be cool. So make sure you to subscribe. Also, you should subscribe to my moderator Jay's channel, where we not only do our D&D show What's Left of Us on the last Friday of every month. Jared Sandwater, thank you for the gifted memberships. Oh my goodness, that is so many today. Thank you so much. But yeah, so not only am I one of the members of the D&D show What's Left of Us, it's over on Jay's channel, there will also be some future projects coming on that channel that you guys are definitely going to want to check out. So here, I will drop that link in the chat once again, because it did get pushed to the top again. But yes, so definitely go subscribe there, subscribe here, subscribe there, subscribe everywhere. And then if you guys want to find me in other places, I am TheStarfishface on pretty much every social media. And also, you guys just watched me work on my webcomic for a really long time. And if you haven't already read my webcomic Castoff, you totally should, because you guys just watched me work on pages for several minutes. So if you haven't read Castoff already, you should. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Next stream will be on Wednesday, where we finish Act 1 of Baldur's Gate before putting that gameplay on the shelf for a little bit. So if you want to watch me play Baldur's Gate live, your last chance for the foreseeable future will be on Wednesday. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me, friends, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye!